Oh, good morning. I got the itch this morning. I want to write some code. Today is March 4th. March 4th. Ah! Today is April 4th, 2018. My name is Jeff Fritz. I'm a program manager on the .NET team, and I want to write some code with you today. The music I have playing in the background here, this is a song called Indigo from my friend Carl Franklin's Music to Code By album. You can check out links for that on the wall of both my Twitch and Mixer chat rooms, and I'll even give you a link if you ask a question about the music in the chat room, because I have a bot wired up that will answer your questions for you. Jason, good morning. Great to see you. And there's Brendan. And DJ Vortex, good to see you. Yeah, I got a little bit of an itch to do some coding here today, and it was really based on some of the work that we did yesterday. Building out this bot was really cool. It was something that I really enjoyed working on. I think when you're motivated and you start doing something that you enjoy, you shouldn't hold back. Embrace that. Ride the groove. Build something out. No, it's not going to answer what is your name. In fact, tell you what, we'll train it to do that today. But I have... Oh, come on. I have a email that I need to print out here for my daughter. Let's see here. Let's do this. Go away. That. I'm going to write this up real quick from my phone. There it is. And I'm going to send this message over to the printer, and then we can get into our code today. How do I set up EF Core? No, I don't have questions like that, and I think we can work on some of that stuff too. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. All right. What do we got here? Philly.net is hosting. Thank you so much for hosting the stream today. Over there on Mixer. I hope my Mixer friends are out there and listening, because I could really use your help on a couple things. Chef Brent, thank you so much for hosting. Let's see what we can do to tune and add some more features here. Oh my gosh, and Dev Chatter with 17. Thanks so much. Look at, wait, you're hosting? You're not going to raid me there, Brendan? I kid. All right. Let's see here. Didn't work. No, it's actually... You know what? Let's see here. What do we got here? Let me restart. I'm gonna rerun the... the thing. Hello, everyone from Russia. Oh, do we have some friends from Russia tuning in today? So there's a map now on the wall on Twitch, on the front panel there, and we can see how many folks are tuning in from different locations. Yeah, I've got one person tuning in from Russia. That's cool. And who was that? Oh, thanks for the follow, Jason. Let's see here. Joining channel. Now connected to the Twitch chat room. So from there, you should now be able to... Right? We now should be able to do stuff like uptime. And of course it's not working. Of course it's not working. Ah, there it goes. It just took a second. Oh, we got somebody new about to click through and follow on Twitch. We'll see that notice. And you should be able to start asking questions of the chatbot. There we go. All right. Today's hat is Heroes of the Storm. I'm a big fan of Heroes of the Storm, and they have a deal right now on Twitch. If you like Heroes of the Storm like I do, that's a great multiplayer open battle arena game, a MOBA. If you're a Twitch Prime member, you can click through and you can actually get some free loot for Heroes of the Storm if you're playing that. Holy crap. Wow. Hold on. Stop the press. Look at the error that just dumped out. I got a 404. Look at this. Azure Q&A command move next. This is... Okay. So here you go. The bot crashed. And here, you can't see this, because I'm not over here yet. There we go. No, help's not working right now because the bot crashed. Look at this. Remote server returned to 404, resource not found. And this is while it was uploading the string. Something happened and my Q&A maker stopped responding. So I'm just going to kick that back off again. And let's see what's going on there. What is that? Alright. Connecting. While that's going, I'm going to start up Visual Studio. And damn it, that's my secrets file. Oh, crap. Alright. Let's take a look-see and see what happened. It's not that console. That's right, you didn't see anything. Alright, so it's connected now. Not connected, okay. So we should be able to start firing those commands in again. And getting a response. Look at this, none of my widgets have loaded yet. There we go. And my follower goal, force that to reload, there we go. There we go, you got some commands popping back, but they're not being logged here. That's interesting. Fantastic. You guys are gonna time yourself out. All right. So now, and we should be able to ask it some questions and get it to respond. Right? Bang! Oh my gosh, look at that. That's not good. Nope. My connection to the Q&A maker is not working right now, and I don't know why. Let's see. So I have my subscription key, my knowledge base ID. Those are all configured and should be running. Let's take a look over here. So this is Q&A maker is what I'm using. So I'm going to go Q&A maker.ai. Alright, so if I look at my services, there I can see my services. There's no way for me to tell if it's up or not, is there? Alright, so there's the information. Let me click test. No good match. Alright. What is this music? Okay. So that worked. I don't know how Restream is rebroadcasting the emotes. Alright, so I should be able to... take a look at this and figure out... let me double check my I'm going to pull this down, and I'm going to double check my subscription ID here, make sure that I have the appropriate subscription key and knowledge base ID in my code. So I'm going to click on View Sample Code on my lower screen here, subscription ID, and yeah, I'm using the correct locations. So let's run this here. Surely that error wouldn't be 404 if it was an auth issue. Correct. I completely agree. I'm wondering if, as it's building and using the keys and things here, if it's not somehow not building the URL properly. You'd think, I know. Let's see. Waiting to see that Twitch stream connected, Twitch chat room connected here. There it is, connected. All right, so the bot, that bot, my debug bot is attached, so it should do this. Q&A maker URI base, which is the West knowledge bases, my knowledge base ID, which should be coming out of there. Let's see. All right. So, what's the music? All right. So I'm going to come up here and let's look at this. Knowledge base ID. Well, there's my problem right there. For at least in here, my knowledge base ID is null. Well, duh, that's not going to work. What do we got here? Somebody's blowing up on me. Oh, look at that. All right. Let's see. I'll come back to that later. Let me go down into app settings. So this should be under Q&A knowledge base ID. So I want to fill in my knowledge base ID, which I have down here. Yeah. Right, I'll actually... Yeah, I'm just going to paste that in. Give this one more shot. Managing these keys back and forth between machines has been annoying, is it? Not thrilled with that at all. Let's see what we got here. I'm just going to put those codes over there. This is loaded. Come on, finish connecting. Who does C#? What do we got here? All right. Looks like it's connected. All right, upload string. So now I should be getting it. Okay, there's a problem. I mean, I clearly... Oh, I moved it. Well, that'll explain it. Right, it's in, I have it in the wrong location here. Let's stop. Go back to app settings. It shouldn't be here. It should be up there. I'm just going to move that right up. Throw a comma. And then I'm also going to restart my... Yep. And now we should see it picking up here. Does Azure have a key vault to make that easier? Yes, it does, Jason. Did I pick my Villanova hat yet? I need to make my way over to the local sporting goods store. But I've seen, I like the locker room one that they had. That one was really nice. This looks slightly complicated. It shouldn't be. I've made it a little bit more complicated to add a layer of abstraction. Key Vault can be used for this. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. There is a report package link. All right. So that looks like it's connected. Oh, today's hat. This is Heroes of the Storm. It's a multiplayer battle arena. Oh, and it's not answering the question yet. There we go. Now it's appropriately following through. Still need to format that properly. Twitch doesn't handle that formatting too well. I'm gonna need to get to that. But that's much better. I had my configuration in the wrong place. API. What are you trying to pull here? All right. So that's running. I'm gonna just scoot this to the side, out of the way, so we can continue working on this. There we go. All right. Let's see. So I'm just building up the string, right? There's a URI that has to point to this location for Q&A maker, and then you pass in your knowledge base ID, which you saw is a big ugly GUID, and then I pass in a question, and then it attempts to answer that for me. And I'm just passing that message back to whoever asks the question. So, here we go. Let's do that. All right. Now make this. Now make this is assembly, huh? All right. So I can do this interaction. I want to reformat that. That markdown, because the markdown links look terrible. No, I'm not making this in assembly. What are you, crazy? All right. Let's see. So, things that I want to do with this. Weren't you the one who was happy to have a C# dev streaming? So the question that we had was, when we update the wiki, we have to repatch, we have to republish. So some of the questions that we saw there in the chat room that would be nice to put on here. Like, what is today's hat? Where should I learn EF Core? These types of things. I want to be able to add here, but I want to reformat and make these links handle properly. But as I add and update items here on my wiki, I want it to also update and build my Q&A content. So there are things here that I can use to, say, update the knowledge base, right? Add or delete pairs to an existing knowledge base. I mean, I could grab those new values or delete. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Dev Levy. I very much appreciate that, and we'll make sure that we turn that into a donation over to our friends at Girl Develop It. So those folks who support and want to teach women and underserved minorities how to write code, get a little bit more support from us. That's a good question. Where can I find your blog? Oh, let's add that one. Let's add that question. Where can I find Jeff's blog? Jeff blogs at jeffreyfritz.com. Let's put a www in front of that. So thank you for the follow, Alfonso. Is that Vegas? Vegas? I appreciate that. Added blog question. Thanks for the follow, you Dev Levy. So when I add that question, I mean, it's there. It's not too bad, but I've got to rebuild this, otherwise it doesn't know how. It doesn't know to reload, right, and retrain all that stuff. I don't have the HTTPS hooked up yet. I'm having a problem with that on Azure and WordPress. So I have to do this refresh, click, and now if I save and retrain, it'll appear in my knowledge base up here. There it is. And now I have to republish. So I've got this several steps. Yes, Barry would be very disappointed. However, I defy you to find good instructions on how to just add SSL to a simple thing. Ah, damn it, why the heck did you do that? Alright, those Q&A folks, they're just dropping my subscription keys all over the place here. Not thrilled there, fellas. Not thrilled. Not happy that every time I click publish, you show my subscription keys. If they are secret, stop showing them every chance you can. I'm showing your service on a live stream on Twitch, and I need to constantly recycle keys because they're visible everywhere. Do it. There we go. Thank you. You better be in touch. Alright, I would ask you to give me the one thing would not be Barry would not be disappointed at. Yeah, no, he's disappointed in everything. I finally got this to work, installing Let's Encrypt Azure extensions. So I tried using Let's Encrypt extensions, and it doesn't work for me. It's a pain in the neck, and I'm having a real hard time using it. I need to get some help with that one. Oh, look, what do we have here? Download and install the new Git. Not yet. Alright. So I'm going to figure out how to patch that directly. Are you forced to use Edge at Microsoft? They have kindly requested that we use Edge. However, there are some things that Edge doesn't do that I do need. Even if I turn on toggle all masks, it doesn't hide my subscription key. Well, just ping me and maybe I can help. Alright. I'd be happy to ping you. I don't want to create another service. I want to look at the documentation here. So there is a command to actually publish the knowledge base. So I can hit this URL for my knowledge base ID and I can force it to republish. Let's Encrypt was kind of fragile for me too, but better than what was there before for free SSL. I have hopes it will get better. I do too. Am I forced to use Windows? Well, I'm on the Visual Studio team. In order for me to use Visual Studio, I need to be on Windows. So there's that. But I have a Mac right here that I use. And I use it a lot. Alright, so I think, let's kind of draw this out here. Whenever I add a new question to the wiki, Right, and first let's make sure we can add a webhook here, because I'd love to add a webhook to the wiki. Let's see, settings, webhooks, blah 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 blah. If I say add webhook, oh, now I gotta key in my password here. Thank you. Oh, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel so good. No. There we go. Don't save that. Alright, so I can push a webhook to a URL and have it do something with a secret. So I'd love for this to be an Azure function that'll go and do the retraining. Right, but where is it? There's just the push events. Send me everything. Let me select individual events. Here we go. Wiki page updated. Yes, that's the one I want. All right. So this is going to do a, right, we'll send a post to the URL below with details of the subscribed events, specify which data format you'd like to receive, blah, 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 blah. All right. So if I created an Azure function that received the update of my wiki, I don't want the push, I just want the wiki update. Right? So wiki update. That does a post to, let's say, an Azure function, and then we want to do from the Azure function, right? Then we're going to come over to the cognitive, right? We want to update. Come here, Q&A maker. So that would be refresh content from wiki. I'll look at the chat in just a second. After I refresh the content, I want to train the knowledge base. Right? Then I want to publish knowledge base. All right. There are three types of people in the world: those who URL rewrite dub, those who are forward dub, and those who don't care. How come there aren't any quality options other than 1080p source? There should be. I am a Twitch affiliate. If there are resources available to do the transcoding, you should be able to choose those. Okay. I don't think I need .NET so much to push into each one of these three methods. I do need my subscription key. I do need my knowledge base ID. Okay. I don't want to do update alterations. What does... I don't want to download it. I don't want to create it. Nor do I want to generate an answer. Does train get me one? Might not be available live. No, it should be available. The developer of the knowledge base can use this API to submit user feedback for tuning question-answer matching. Q&A Maker uses active learning to learn from the user utterances that come on a published knowledge base service. Typically, the model updates are reflected when same question-answer pair from the knowledge base is sent as feedback for a given user query by at least 20 users. Yikes. All right. It's a partner and above thing to have it always available. It'll be available to answer Skyhoshi's comment. The transcoding on Twitch is available for affiliates when you have when it's available. They'll do their best to make a transcoder available. But on Mixer, it's flat out not available at all. You need to be a Mixer partner in order to get the transcoding, and they won't do it. And yeah, All right. So the changes are immediately reflected in the published and saved knowledge bases. So this is nice that you can train and push those items directly in as an array of feedback records. I think I'm going to eventually want to hit this. I'm going to want to have almost a console, a web console, so I can triage some of the questions that aren't answered and be able to push those into the knowledge base somehow. I don't want to generate. What is update alterations? Replaces word alterations synonyms for the knowledge base with... No, I don't want to do that. But update knowledge base. Add or delete Q&A pairs or URLs to an existing. Maybe? Ouch, right in the data cap. Sorry. It should allow... I'm trying to get it to scale. Yeah. All right. That's a Twitch thing. If it's available, it is. If it's not, what was the biggest ASP.NET application I've written myself for fun? For fun? Not very big that I've written for myself for fun. The largest one that I've written professionally had close to 1 million lines of code, patent protected. I had a few thousand users on it, across 2 continents, and very proud of that application. Distributed services. It's really nice. I'm still waiting. I still have a patent pending on it out there, but 1 million lines of code, yes. I had a team of 6 working on it, and we were a pretty good team. It was C#, it was web forms and MVC. It was really, really nice. Yeah, and we tuned the hell out of that thing. It ran pretty fast. So all right. Part of me wants... Okay, hang on. I can add Q&A pairs and URLs. Can I delete it and re-add it and have it parse it? Brendan says, I can maintain an application that manages the board game stats for a board game club. Yeah, there you go. What sort of issues pop up with C# when you're working with code bases that size? No issues. I had a continuous integration server built that would build, test, and deploy to my staging area, my Q&A team's testing area. All of that code several times a day, and even had scheduled nightly builds. Ran great. I didn't have significant C# issues. It ran very well. Yeah, it runs fine at scale. Something I just noticed, closed captions. That's something I haven't seen on Twitch before. I have had it turned on. It's using the Windows operating system closed captioning, so there is no AI helping that out, and it's not the best. So you can giggle at some of the mistakes that it makes on a fairly regular basis. All right, error code and message returned for a 404, a 409. I could curl. We have a JavaScript app at work that was amazing when we started out, but it's had so much stuff tacked onto it since then that nobody really understands the code base. That's a shame. That's scope creep at work there, tall pants. C# can do very well at speed. Professionally, I've built ad engines for 2 online advertising companies. Yes. C#, when structured correctly, and you remove... Right, remember, when you start up an ASP.NET app, I'm talking not ASP.NET Core, but ASP.NET, there's a lot of stuff that comes out of the box that's pre-configured for you. You can toss a lot of that out. You can slim it down. And if you really focus on the content that you're delivering, you can really make it scream. What are the other programming languages besides C# and JavaScript you'd want to learn or use for personal projects? F#. Bar none, I want to spend time learning F#. I know enough TypeScript to be dangerous. I'd love to spend some more time with TypeScript. But I want to learn more about F#. Have I tried Rust? No, have not tried Rust. Previous job was technical lead on an online learning platform. Over 2 million lines of code, 1.5 million users. There you go. There you go. That's pretty impressive there, Coated Beard. Well done. So it's not clear to me how I can publish a new URL and get it to retrain, right? If I go into train, right, this wants me to send in new records and a knowledge base. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to hit this, right? Telling it to in before, why don't you write it in Rust? Okay. The published knowledge base is pretty simple. That's going to be this one. Right, so this is a put at this. Not output. And I want to go to that location. All right. So it's create. Hang on. What does this one do if I say create? Name, Q&A pairs, URLs. List of URLs to be processed and indexed. Yeah. It will be fetched in case of an existing URL. Hang on. It will be fetched again and knowledge base will be updated with new data. Okay, it'll return the knowledge base ID. Alright. Python Django is quite interesting, don't you think? Python's interesting. I'm hearing there's problems with Django. Maybe showcasing an F# episode would be awesome. Maybe showcasing safe stack GitHub. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Is there a possibility to set up a web app on .NET Core console project, or do I have to use ASP.NET Core in a new project instead? Yes, Yoshimitsu. You can do that. In fact, an ASP.NET Core app is a console project. When you do file new, empty ASP.NET Core project, it's a console project. It runs on the console. Lasagna Leonard. You probably have nothing to do with it, but I read that Microsoft is stepping down on Windows development. Why would they do that? Table here, table here. Huh? Oh, they're not? I'm not sure where you read that. We're not stepping down on Windows development. That's absolutely not the case. As a member of the .NET team, and as somebody who just orchestrated the MVP Summit, I can't tell you exactly what we shared with our MVPs, but I can tell you that there is a renewed commitment to Windows development from the .NET team. Very true. Some of the .NET stuff I'm working on at the current job is truly horrific. That happens with every language and every programming project. You end up with scope creep. You end up with folks not managing and sticking to good practices, and stuff just goes all over the place. The person who headed the Windows and Devices group, WDG is what we used to call it. He is departing, yes. There's a new person in charge of, there's a new person in charge of several different things that were in that division. But there is a renewed effort for Windows development, and you'll see that at Build. We'll certainly be talking about it. All right. So I'm not sure that I can do this. Looking at this, I don't think I can just tell it refresh content from that URL. That would be really nice, and that retrain the knowledge base, right? I don't think that works for me. Lumpiest Tax, welcome. I appreciate the follow over there on Twitch. Are you working for Microsoft? I do work for Microsoft VV Trace VV, but this is not a Microsoft sponsored or hosted stream. I'm on Twitch, so yeah, these are all my decisions. This isn't influenced in any way by a policymaker. To the questions that were asked earlier, do I have to use Edge? Well, I'm using Firefox, so no. And one is, there's much I can learn, I guess. Yeah, absolutely, and I'm glad you're here to join us, VV Trace. We're trying to learn together, answer questions, and learn new things. This is Microsoft's Q&A Maker that I'm testing out, that I'm trying to use here. And I'm seeing some shortcomings. I have this very simple service that I created. This is a free service at qnamaker.ai that you can configure. So I'm logged in and I created a knowledge base, and this knowledge base is actually extracting frequently asked questions from here, from my wiki on GitHub. So it takes each one of these questions and the answer below it, and it turns that into something that a bot can query and work with. If Microsoft had a gaming creative live streaming service, would you use that instead? Lasagna Lenart, I am actually. That's Mixer. And you can see, if you look in the top corner here, right, you can see how many viewers I have right now on Twitch. I have 30 folks on Twitch. I have 6 folks on Mixer, for a total of 36 people watching right now. I'm not thrilled with some of the support that I'm getting from Mixer right now. And I've voiced those concerns to those folks. Love that Edge can display EPUB books. It's my favorite reader. Oh, that's cool. Glad you enjoy that. If I recall, they won't be Windows 11, but they'll release major updates for Windows 10 every few months. I'm using 1803 version right now. I might be wrong, though. I can't speak towards decisions on the Windows operating system, but it's been very clear that there is a version of Windows coming here this spring, and the folks that are working on Windows, the folks who have insider builds, they know that release is very, very close. Mixer is Microsoft. Yes, Mixer is owned by Microsoft. In fact, there's buttons and hotkeys that you can use in Windows 10 or on your Xbox to automatically start streaming to Mixer. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Ironically, Twitch is owned by Amazon, treats Jeff better than Mixer owned by Microsoft. True. I'm not going to get any further into that. Won't be long before WAS. I'm not sure WAS. Windows as a service. Edge is improving with each new update. They will get there eventually. Yes, they will. So I don't think I'm going to be able to build this to trigger automatically when I get new items. Blah 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 blah. The wife is sending me text messages updating me on what's going on. If Edge had the Vimium plugin, I would switch right away. Wow, that's a commitment to VI right there. Why isn't? Should this be updating? That's better. That's better. My viewer count up here wasn't updating from SignalR. All right, so I don't think I can automatically. All right, focus, Jeff. I don't think I can get this to automatically update unless I were to parse out each of the new questions or question changes and actually post those in here. Right, update knowledge base. What's this command give me? Add or delete Q&A pairs or URLs to an existing knowledge base. I mean, I might be able to do that. Right? I mean, if I... data to be added. What happens if I do if I did a delete on the URL and then re-add it? You know? What's this? Ooh. Ooh. Edge feels sluggish. If it would be snappy as Firefox, I would switch. Yeah, Lasagna Lanner, I kind of agree. There's things that Edge is not very good at that I've voiced concerns about. In this version, I'm not using an insider build on either of these machines that you're viewing. It just isn't responsive, and there are things that it breaks on. I've resized Windows, and there's no content. I see the border, but none of the content follows the border when I resize. But Firefox is almost as bad as Chrome at just devouring memory. Resource utilization for both of those apps is insane. It is super fast, yes. 2.5 gig is that's impossible. I couldn't switch from Chrome because Firefox and Edge have horrible debugging tools. I like the debugging tools in Firefox. I'm pretty happy with them. So I think I'm going to back off on this idea of tuning this right now. MVP Steph, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us on Twitch, and it's great to see you this morning, Steve. Always fun to see you pop in and remind us that developers are here. Edge is still rather young in comparison. It is. It is. Right, and the save and retrain and how it shows me everything here. There it is again, damn it. Really not happy with the features over here. Where's the stupid feedback button? Let me go back to that. Nope, not going to take me there. All right. Firefox had a 20th birthday a few days ago. Isn't that cool? There is a training API for Q&A Maker. Yeah, but you need to pass it information. Right, that train API. Thanks for the follow, Trace. I appreciate that. So if I look at the API reference, and I go to the detailed documentation, right, the train takes in feedback records and the knowledge base question and answer that you want it. So, this isn't what I want it to do. I want it to actually reload my wiki page. And it doesn't look like it'll do it. All right, this is a download. Download all the data. No, I don't want that. Download all the word alterations. No. Generate answer. Returns a list of answers for the given question. That's interesting. But that's not what I want. I mean, this is how I'm actually asking questions and getting it to respond. But the publish all unpublished in the knowledge base to the production endpoint. This is what I want to do, but I want it to accept my URL and reload. Have you read the book CLR VIA C#? It is recommended for mastering C# and CLR. No. I'm not sure which book you're referring to. Batch update. So update alterations. This one, train knowledge base. Right? I can pass it feedback records. No, that's not it either. Right? Update patch to update the knowledge base. Maybe I could tell it delete the URL and then reload it? Or I could tell it add and re-add the URL again? Tell you what, let's try this command. Let's see if I can get it to update. So here's what I'm going to do. Right, if I can get it to do both of those in one shot, and then all I have to do is publish by using this, I think I'd be pretty happy with that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into my Q&A command here. And, no, wait. Yeah, this has all the keys already laid out here. So I'm just going to add another method in here that I can fire out. Just for the purposes of testing, and then I'll move it somewhere. Yeah, I'll move it somewhere else. Public void, let's just call this retrain. Right, I like to just throw code somewhere easy for me to get to. If you just pass the URL in the update, it will replace the content for that URL. You then need to publish. Okay, which update and which URL? Right, if you're saying update alterations, where do you add the URL? Add word alterations. No, not that update. You're saying do the add and pass URLs? Give me a hand here, Philly.net. Update knowledge base. This one, okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. So when I do the execute right now, I've already got a little bit built here to hit that appropriate endpoint. So I'm actually going to just grab this. Let's go down through here and we'll restructure that here in my retrain method, and we'll test it to see if it actually does it. URI, Q&A maker base, and I'm not calling, well, it's Q&A maker, not knowledge bases. I want V 2.0. Oh, look at that. Wait a sec. Wait a tick. V 2.0, knowledge bases, knowledge base ID. Okay. And then it looks like I'm not going to generate answer. So let me pop that off. So the body that I'm posting is, well, I've got to do my content type, which is going to be encoding. Oh, it's optional. All right, fine. I won't pass that. My subscription key, good. Oh no, there's content type, JSON. All right. Now the request body, I want to say add URLs and then give it my URL. So I need that. Let's just let's just do this because I don't feel like. Let's call this payload, and I'll figure out how to do that later. Actually. Not that one. All right. Let's see. Nope, didn't want to do that. All right, so I need to say add. And then it is right, add. So I need double braces. I need another one down here at the end. Okay. Q and A pairs. Need backslashes. Right, something like that. Colon. Actually, no, it's URLs. Right? Because I just want to pass this. Right, so then it's an array of URLs. Alright, so I have that. And then it's just the URL that I'm going to be navigating to that I want it to extract, which is this page. So for right now, I'm just going to paste that in there. And it's going to look ugly as hell. There we go. Good. All right. So it's not even a post body, right? I'm going to end up doing a, this is a patch. Ooh. using the post method. I don't want to use a post, right? And why doesn't it like response string? It doesn't exist yet. JSON to C#. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Do I have another thing here that'll let me specify the method? Yes. Okay. So patch, and we should get something coming back then. Kasru, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining me on Twitch. So let's see. I'm gonna put a break right there. And I'm gonna put a break right there, so I can jump over and tell it to retrain and see what it does. So I need to add another message here so I can see if it actually appears. So let's go down here. Where can I find videos from Jeff? Training videos. Jeff has videos on Microsoft Virtual Academy. Added MVA question. There we go. Do I use unit tests? I do. But this is a little bit strange to do because I'm actually reaching out. I'm working with the service. Alright. Wow, 74 followers over there on Twitch this morning. Good morning, everybody over on Twitch. That's great to see so many folks interested. And I encourage you to mash that follow button. We're working towards a follower goal here of 2,500 followers, and we'll host an architecture workshop. Have I ever tried CodeMade plugin for code formatting? I have, and I've found it to be unstable at times for me. And in the work that I do, when I'm demonstrating and teaching, I can't have unstable plugins. So let me start this up and see if we can get this working. Capitan Balkan. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate the follow, and good morning, Steve. Good to see you again. Hope things are going well with the Clippers. Are they going to make the playoffs this year, Steve? Steve? I'm talking to you, Steve. Steve's not coming back. He feels shame. How are the Clippers doing? Oh no! They're not going to make the playoffs. Oh, Steve. Steve. I'm so sorry. Alright, looks like we're connected. How are the Clippers? Alright, there we go. So here comes my query. I don't want to actually fire the query. I want to try this retrain method. So I'm going to go into my immediate window here in Visual Studio. And I can actually, while the debugger's running, go tell it to try other things. So I will run retrain. Actually, I have to give it parentheses so it knows it's a method. Oh, you stink. Fine. Task.run. Retrain. I'm going to shoot you. Retrain. Calls com method windows.foundation.diagnostics. You stink. Retrain. Yes. Okay, fine. Do it. Now, it didn't even show me this thing ending up here. More power to you. Devlin from Manila. Hey! Thanks for tuning in, Devlin. Manila, wow. Gosh, that's out there, man. Thank you for tuning in. I want to see if I got my message. My new question and answer to pop up in my knowledge base. Hey, it did! It did! Look at that! Where can I find training videos? It did the retrain. But did it publish? Right? Where can I find training videos? Did it publish that? No. Yeah, it didn't publish. So I do need to publish. I just need a GitHub webhook. Yes. All right. Harold Pulcher, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. There you are, Steve. I'm sorry about the Clippers. But my Sixers are going to make the playoffs. Woohoo! Our team, our town, our 76ers. Right? Do you guys know the... It did retrain, but that was all. Okay. So I do need to publish. Oh, man. I feel like we're right there. All right. So we can build this in a function, but I need to hit the publish. Right, so publish. Right? So I have that. So publish was a put on this, right? This one. Right? Knowledge base ID, my subscription key. Yes, Meat Popsicle. That's it. Now I have to play it. Now I need to play it. Come on. See, Edge is taking a long time. Let's see here. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. If you were a kid in Philly, you knew this song. If you were a basketball fan. And this is so old school. Oh. Oh. It's over there. Yep. Began apprenticeship as a software developer in August. Do I do tutorials and intermediate projects too? Yes. Yes, I do. There's an 8-hour ASP.NET Core workshop that should still be available on the Twitch historical videos. If you look back in February, you'll find my 8-hour. Boom, censored by Twitch. No. Best thing to do is find a personal project you can do to learn as you go. Nope, I won't get nailed on this one. Commercials like this, they're okay with. Alright, that's enough with them. And I used Edge, there you go. Who are the rookies might have an impact in the coming years? So the 76ers, Ben Simmons is a rookie this year, and he is amazing. He's the runaway candidate for Rookie of the Year. Markelle Fultz was the #1 overall draft pick this year. He was out for a good chunk of the year with a shoulder injury. He's looking terrific coming back. And of course, Joel Embiid, this is his second year in the league, and he's just dominating. He is amazing. There's the 8-hour video. Thank you, Standby Reloading. So you can watch that. I have a couple of my friends, some MVPs, some other Microsoft folks that joined me, and I'm going to do a similar 8-hour video when we hit my 2,500 followers that you see up there. Look at that. We're at 1,600 followers right now. That's awesome. Yep, that uptime command should be responded. Is it going to respond? Come on, bot. Embiid is so ridiculous. He is. He's really good. I don't know why the uptime command didn't get responded to. Because the bot is running over there. Oh, Aaron in Cincy. Welcome. Cincinnati. Wow. Wow. You're not the furthest away today that's tuning in, because we have, who was it who's tuning in from Manila? That's terrific. You know, I'm thrilled that you're able to, it's got to be late at night there in Manila. Thank you for joining me. So I think if we do this publish task, we've got everything. We've got the final steps there all put together, and I don't need to pass anything on the body. I just need my knowledge base ID and then my subscription key. Brand new .NET Core 2.1 preview app project just keeps giving me .NET EXE is exited with code. Ew. Wow. Yeah, that's not sure what's going on there, dude. I'm not thrilled with why I'm not getting information logged by my bot here, writing out. Okay. So let's focus for a second. So this publish, it's working. We think this is real easy, and I can just drop that put in easily. I can add a webhook to post to an Azure function that will trigger and run and publish all that information about the turn that on. That will run and do the retrain and publish. Let's see if we can put together an Azure function real quick to do that. Portal. There we go. Portal. Only one result. Cagnito. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. You know what? Hang on. Before I go and start doing that, because I have a feeling I'm going to run into some more secret issues over there. I think I want to pass the logger in. Hang on. Let me look at this. I want to make sure that I log information about what exactly the chatbot is doing. Right, so there's a thing in here where the logger kicks off. There it is. Log information, segments from username on whatever. And I do get that information occasionally. Do I have experience with private galleries? What do you mean by a private gallery? Give me a little bit more details on that, Trace. And I'd be happy to answer your question. Let me see here. So when I receive a chat message, you know what? I want to log that I'm handling a chat message. No, wait. Hang on. If it ends with... Wow, that's a hard one. Sretin Madsgal. Welcome. I appreciate the follow over there on Twitch. I'm going to log... I'm going to say... handling question. Let's put the full text here, which is e.message from username on service. Yeah. All right. MSDN, Microsoft.com, library. Okay, let me do this. Here's what I'm going to do before I go too much further. Let's go back over to Nightbot TV, and I'm going to MSDN Microsoft.com. I'm going to whitelist. Yep, that's me. Wow, Pezem, is that right? Pezem? Let me know about that. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Links, options. MSDN Microsoft.com. Add that into the mix. WebAssembly any development. Thank you. The WebAssembly stuff that our team is working on in an experiment called the Blazor project is coming along very nicely. They continue to make advancements. They've got some tools and some features for Visual Studio to make it easier and easier to build with that. And I think you'll be pretty happy if you give it a try. But it's not an official product yet. So you won't find docs out there, but you will find API documentation to help get you started. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for the link. Stand by. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Joe739. Thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. I appreciate that. We got a regular old follow train here today. This is great. Alright, I'm going to rebuild this, and I'm going to redeploy so I can see what's going on. There we go. Build failed. Failed? The process. What? What? They just added a Blazor project to file new project. Yes. I saw the community stand up yesterday. It's cool they have a preview release of Blazor looking good. Yeah, it is. We're excited about it, but we need to be careful. We don't want to overcommit to it and have standards get ripped out from under it. We want to make sure that folks are actually interested in it and we know that it's a real thing before we actually go and implement further. Oh my gosh. Canhorn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Also checked learnblazor.com for community documentation. Thank you. Have any news on EF 2.1 with Cosmos DB? I don't. I'm not a good person to ask about EF details on that. I know they're working on Cosmos DB support for EF. And they have a couple things they're working for the announcements at Build. So I would say tune in for that. I have a little command here in my project that will do my Docker build. Will build out Docker images for me, push it out to my Docker repository, and then I can rebuild and rerun my project here. What is going on? There we go. Buzzing through that build process. Should be done shortly. Because I want to get my logs popping up here on my live bot so I know exactly what it's doing and I can tell if it's actually listening. .NET Know-How. Wow. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Who is .NET Know-How? That's cool. That's cool. I like that handle. That's friendly. There we go. Docker and git tagged. Pushing it out. This should go pretty quick because I've got a fast internet connection here at the house. Going. Oh, nice. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, thank you to the folks out there on Twitter, letting everybody know that I'm out here broadcasting this morning. All right, so that's all pushed. So I am going to stop my production bot. So this is the bot that's running live right now. I have a simple batch command called get that does a Docker pull. How fast is fast? I go 80 MIPS each direction on my network. So plenty to run a stream. I'll tell it to rerun. I've got all my command hard-coded there the way that I want it to. And we should see it connect and be listening and running in just a second. Come on. Finish starting up here. Yeah. Connected to the Twitch chat room. And object reference issue getting into the Mixer chat room. But it sure looks like it's on there. Was that 80 MIBIPs? Yes, I have 80 MIPS. Alright, so now if I say... And it sure doesn't look like it's connected to that Twitch chat room, even though it says it is. That's disappointing. There's another follower. Alright, so it finally logged that uptime. That's disappointing how long that takes. Alright. And it's not doing the log. It's not doing the log on my bot. Well, I did. 2C, right? Or is it TWAC? I bet it's 2C. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Let's see here. Logging. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Inside my bot here, I create a logger called FritzBot, and I'm logging for sample chatbot still. So I'm going to update those settings, stop this, rerun. Let's see if we can get this to go. Is it stuttering at all? I'm getting some red lights here flashing that my connection isn't the greatest right now. Let me know. Okay, there we go. I'm getting some information logged from the bot. There we go. Handling question. All right. But it didn't write anything back. Alright, the uptime worked. But it didn't, right? It, like, didn't do anything with this, you know? Part of me wants that to be logged. I saw one small stutter when I were Docker pushing stuff. That's annoying. So here, handle Azure question. Right, I don't care about commands too fast. Stream's in very good quality. Great! Glad to hear it, thank you. Not there. Q&A command. I want to make sure this is working properly. Look, and I sent that next question, and it stopped. It's not handling anything more here. Well, that's annoying. Or am I in cooldown? Right? Because, no, okay. Yeah, the rest of you, it shouldn't be in cooldown. And even, who sent the uptime command? Malachi did, and it was properly output in the chat. That's weird. Right, like, why is it stopping on me like that? Alright, I'm going to shut this one down for right now, so that I can attach and see what's going on in here. Because something's not right. And I want to make sure this is working right before I go and start wiring up that function and adding more code. So I'm going to put a breakpoint right there, and let's kick this off. Got a thread hang. You might be onto something there, Vortex. You might be onto something. And unfortunately it's not clear. Coffee status very low. Very, very low. Gone now. That's a problem. And Kapoucha, welcome. I appreciate the follow. All right. So it's running. It's joined on the channels there. You can see it. Okay, so message does not end with. All right, so I should be able to just F5 through. Next one is have to drop, will catch the rest on YouTube. All right, catch you later there, Philly.net. Add make coffee command. All right. That should go. Right, see that? It, okay, hang on. Let's scoot this over so we can see this. I'm gonna hide you for right now. So this one is the, so that one shouldn't do anything. Okay. But it did respond with that. Alright, so that's an appropriate message. It should handle that. It's going to do the query. Right, so I should get down to here, right? Okay. Okay, so there's that. The bang ping, that should go through. It saw that. Yeah. What other command? What other question should I ask? What's the music? Okay, so it's passing that in. Alright, so it hit there. Needs to deserialize. What is Jeff's API keys? Yeah, watch. Right? Nope. Nope. Didn't handle that one. So that appears to be working, but it's not working from inside my Docker container. And it's going through and it's handling everybody's questions with no problems. I don't need... Yep, the ping looks like it worked. Yep, those are hammering out real quick. I'm even going to turn off my breakpoint here. And we should be able to see it launch really quickly. Right, let's, what are the other questions I have here? How many hats does Jeff own? Yeah, that's working great. Why is it not working from inside my Docker container? Yep, it's got my blog. It didn't echo. Right, the echo command. Let's take a look. Echo command. Is echo doing a whisper or a message? It sends a whisper. Alright. So that looks like it's working. Whisper to you. Good. Good, good. Help, what is this music? Oh, look at that. You tricked it a little, Magnus. Yeah. So it looks like a question, so it answered the question. Nope. Nope. But you can see in my log now, I can tell exactly what it's doing. There is no bang Magnus command. Uptime, it should return that. Oh no, actually that's a question. Yeah. So it's not going to answer that. All right. The Alkeys, welcome. In my channel, the bot says quit trying to break stuff, Magnus, if you use that command. Ah. Sorry, we aren't as... let's see. So Echo is fine. So it sure looks like it's handling and doing things here. Alright, I am going to rebuild the bot and redeploy again. Because I can. It was 11.4. I'll do 5. Yep. That was pretty quick. Alright. And I'm going to go back over to this and run pull. No, it was get. That was it. Catch you later, Vortex. Great to see you. Trace asks, which literature do you recommend to get expert knowledge for Windows 10? Like how virtual memory works, user mode, and kernel mode. You know what? I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't really thought about that. I'm not sure. I wonder if my cooldown at 30 seconds is too far out. There we go. So that's running. All right. And I should be able to refresh all of my widgets. There we go. And I should see, there's that, all right. And actually, today's music, I didn't mention it. This is once again from Music to Code By from our friend Carl Franklin. Today's song is called Indigo that we're playing here in the background. It's this is actually my favorite of the songs on Music to Code By. But that looks like it's running. Yep, and I got the whisper. And now look at that, it's right, it's stopped on the questions again. That's interesting, because it's not erroring out, it's just stopping. I mean, it's hearing the message, but it's not... It should catch it. It should log these things. Okay. I like that hello world. Yeah, there we go. I should log if it can't answer it. Let's do that real quick. If there, oh, look at the, oh, look at this. If there's an error, Wow. Is that Sizzle? Welcome. Thank you for following. Let's say... Oh, I don't have a logger here. I need a logger on the Q&A command. So let's hook up a... Yep. And then Fritzbot's going to need to create a logger. Let's see, when I create Q&A command, where is it? Right there. Logger equals, and I'll just copy over my logger. So now inside here, if there's an exception, I can say logger dot exception while asking knowledge base right, and then I can say e dot, no, it's ex. Yeah. All right. Logger.log information. Unable to find suitable answer to... where is it? Who's the user? Right, I have the user that passed it in. Oh, I'm not passing that into my query. Alright, fine. And it is, right, query. So at least I know what's going on there. Azure Cognitive Services has IP filtering. I believe so. How do I get the confetti? That is power mode. And actually, I have a question. One of the questions that I have there. Yeah. It's... There it is. What animates in Visual Studio with the confetti effect? Let's see what we can do here. And come on. There we go. Unable to find a suitable answer to it. The question is... see, I would have to do the reload on this. But I can now see that it's rejecting it, unable to find a suitable answer to it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's see if we can do that Azure function real quick. Ooh. I'm logged in with the wrong account. Yeah. Do this one. Portal Azure com. Blah, 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 blah. That's not it. Sure. All right, over here. So these are all kinds of resources that I use for running this stream. And I want this to finish loading. Come on. Serverless function app. There we go. Name. Q&A wiki reloader. Sounds good. Resource group. Don't I have one for... No. There we go. This one. Sure, right, whatever. Let's put this in Western, because that's where the Q&A maker is. Storage, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, pin to dashboard, because I always want to see it on the dashboard. And where is it? Should be here somewhere. There we go. Deploying. I started writing a Twitch poll, and it still not done it. Oh, the cheers on Twitch cleared out. So we've got a new leaderboard over there for the month of April. Come on, function app. Load already. Come on. This should have reloaded, right? And my viewer counts. Yeah, we're in good shape. This is going to take a while, isn't it? There we go. All right. Function app settings, application settings. Let's create some application settings. Yeah, sure. What doesn't it like there? Why is that in red? I don't like red. Red makes me anxious. Alright, so from... I'd like to Alt-Tab, please. From here. We have a knowledge base ID and we have a subscription key. Alright, so I'm going to create knowledge base ID. And my knowledge base ID, we do know. We can pass that around. That's this good. Here. Oh, look at that. It's even hiding it for me. I can add a new setting, and this will be my Q&A subscription key. And I'm going to take this just off screen so I can load that. No, it's not hiding that. It's just leaving it there on screen. If I change this to subscription ID, does it hide it then? No, doesn't hide it. My filter doesn't hide these things. That's weird. Alright. Alright, here we go. So, I want to write a function. Yeah, I know there's no functions. Why did it take so long to load and say, oh, there's no functions? Alright. With a pre-made function. Okay. Webhook and API. What's a webhook and API? Let's see what that looks like. I'll create. Goodbye, Fritz. I'm going to drive home. Thank you for the stream. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, Trace. From Germany. Terrific. All right, let's see. So this is going to run. I only want this to run on. I only want this to run on a post. HTTP trigger. Content read is async. Please pass the name on the query string or on the request body. How do I know? Manage. Master default keys. Alright. What's integrate do? Ah, here we go. Alright, I only want to allow it on get. Okay. Manage function keys. Okay, so there's keys there. These are the secrets that I'm going to need to pass. And I could pass into my my webhook. Alright. Okay, so what I want to do... How do I get my settings? Right, okay, so first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to do a train. Right, are you coding streaming on the Yoga 910 or Surface Book 2, and would you recommend either of them? I enjoy both of them. I'm a big fan of the 910. The Surface Book 2, I have the fully loaded Surface Book 2. And it's screaming for everything that I need. I definitely recommend the Surface Book 2, but it is a lot of money. The Yoga 910, I have the special edition with the glass cover, and it looks amazing. So it's up to you which one. But for high power stuff, the Surface Book 2 is great. I'm actually coding the screen you see here. This is from the Yoga 910, but it's being output with a remote desktop over to the Surface Book 2 that's actually doing the publishing. Alright, so it wasn't publish, it was which one was I using? Which command was I using inside Q&A Maker to do the retrain? Not that one. Right, so my retrain command was doing a patch, right? Yeah, was doing a patch. Was doing one of these. It was this one, the update knowledge base. Okay. Alright, so I should be able to do the same thing, I would think. Right? I should be able to do this because the function is the same. I don't care about that. I don't care what's being uploaded either. Alright, so my URI base is that. So I'm going to send a post request. Add the wiki URL. There we go. So that's it. That should just do it. But I need to tell it what the knowledge base ID is, and I need to tell it what my Azure key is. And those are both sitting in my app settings. How do I get my app settings from functions? Is there a help button here somewhere? No. Alright. Azure functions, get applications settings. Really? I can just use configuration manager just like that? So let's say var knowledge base ID equals, and it was just knowledge base ID. Var Azure key equals, and I called it Q&A. No, hang on. There we go. Q&A subscription, and I tried making it ID so I could get that. Do I have to do a dot value? I forget. And it doesn't know what configuration manager is. System.configuration. Should know what that is now. Right. That's okay. Let's try running that and see what happens. The name knowledge base ID does not exist in the current context. Name Azure key does not exist in the current context. Oh, wait a sec. There we go. The name configuration manager does not exist. Hang on. Compilation failed. Try that again. I'm missing a semicolon. No, I'm not. I am. Duh. Duh. It's not supposed to return a value. I guess it wants a value. Return new HTTP response message. This is terrible. This is terrible. No suggestions. No. Fine, you're getting a response message. Run. Compilation succeeded. Good. Unauthorized. Really? Why isn't it passing? Right, I mean it right, it's doing a post. Let's take a look here. All right, so allows a post, standard inputs, outputs, and HTTP with a return. Hey, good morning, fierce kittens. You have it as a task. No, I don't. I do. It is a task. I don't have to return. I mean, I don't even want this to run async. I just want it to hit and. I mean, right? I could say return. Right. Task dot from result new HTTP response message. Save and run. Show me what that looks like. The async method syncs, that's fine. The return expression must be of type HTTP response message. Yes. So just doing that is fine. Got it. Would be for university, and tech is already super expensive in Denmark, so it would probably be the cheaper Surface Book 2 or Yoga 910. Okay, cool. So I ran it, and I'm getting a 401 unauthorized. It's like, you know how to run this, and you know what the keys are. So that shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to have to come back to this later, because I do have a meeting in 5 minutes I need to get to. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Because that... I mean, it's not even outputting that information. I get right into... Yeah. No. This... I mean, I've turned on authorization. Right, authorization level function, anonymous, admin. If I turn on anonymous and just let this go, right, this should just run now and I shouldn't get the... Okay, well, hang on. See, I've made it anonymous and it is letting me run, so there's something there that it's not doing properly. Mahoney CZ13, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. No, it's not throttling. The remote server returned to 401 unauthorized. Alright, let me double check that I have the right parameters that I'm passing there. Because I'm going to check my application settings on this. But that feels like it's... does the run simulate the post? It's not passing my keys on it. So if I look at application settings, it is Q&A subscription key. It's key, not ID. Alright, so I will close that. So I have the wrong... Hello, I'm double clicking. I'd like to edit now, please. I'm clicking. Thank you. JavaScript. Alright, save and run. Here we go. Good. Reloading. Yes. Processed a request. Do it. Completed. 200 OK. Terrific. So this is loading properly. Does run submit simulate the post requirement? Yes, because it's testing with the HTTP post. If I come over here to manage, to integrate, and I'm going to change my authorization level back to function. Save that. Aaron Raff. Hey, not much. How about you? What's going on? Hey. So I'm saving that. And if I click run here, I get... That works. Alright. Alright. I'm feeling better about that. So now I can update, right? So that just does the update of the... Currently writing a Discord bot for fun. So my bot that I'm working on here could hook up to Discord if we added that as a chat service and we defined how to connect and integrate with Discord. This is a multi-service chat bot that I'm working on here. But the one cool thing that I do is if you ask a question of my bot, and you can actually do it, the bot is listening here in the chat room, you can ask a question and it'll bounce off of cognitive services and give you an answer. Like that, and it gives you an answer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish putting the last patch in here, and here comes my meeting notifications. I'm going to finish putting the last bit in here so that it does the publish of my cognitive services. I'll publish this video out to YouTube a little bit later today. It looks like I'm going to need to do a little bit of editing on what's in here. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I can do to finish hooking up this webhook so we can automatically drive update of my wiki and the bot. So when my wiki, right, the complete flow that we're going to end up with here is when my FAQ over here on GitHub is updated, I will have a GitHub webhook trigger because a wiki page updated, and it'll rebuild the Q&A maker content using these APIs, and it'll republish it, and then we'll be able to use that here on stream. So I'm going to finish writing that last bit of the function here, get that published, and we'll see how this goes. My 8-hour video, is that on YouTube also? No, it is not. It is only on Twitch and Mixer. It will expire soon, so if you want to watch it, you can download it, I believe, from there, but check it out. I want to be able to publish new versions of that without folks saying, oh, there's the old version over there. So check that out. I appreciate everybody tuning in this morning on this little ad hoc streaming session that I was running. And I hope you join me tomorrow, and we'll do more on this. And I think we need to go back to our to our new project, our simple ASP.NET Core Wiki. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.